So, hi guys, here we are back again for the second part of this journey together about speaking about the best of 2023, speaking about the year end award. I did a previous video 2 hours video about the best of the year, giving my awards to the 2023 best wrestler, best match, etc. etc. Right now, I want to do a to-do list, as we can say, about some of my suggestion about some of the best matches of 2023. It's not a ranking, so it's not best match, second best match, third best match. In the first 10 matches, I'm pretty sure about the ranking. The others, it's more about speaking of some of the best matches. I want to do this list because I think that I think it as an heritage. I don't want to put me on the pedestal, but I want to give my knowledge about the professional wrestling and my passion to professional wrestling to the world, So if someone want to see this list, to see if to have a suggestion about some of the best matches from 2023 to watch, can he can do it watching this video. So I think I made a long list. I think we are in 100 matches. I will go really fast, speaking about every match and why is in the match. Why it is in the list. I wanted to do this list, I repeat, not to say like a religion, like my will on the point of view about professionalism, but as a suggestion to some of the best matches, to some of the must-watch matches from 2023. So, an example, Konosuke Takeshita against Josh Woods, Ring of Honor first episode, Universal Studios, Orlando, Florida. The first episode of Ring of Honor weekly show on Honor Club, a great show. I remember Claudio Castagnoli against AR Fox on this the main event of the show. We will speak about that later. And one great match from that episode was Konosuke Takeshita against Josh Woods. Ring of Honor first episode, Universal Studios, Orlando, Florida. Tetsuya Naito against Shota Umino, another great match. New Japan New Beginning in Sapporo, New Japan Pro Wrestling, one of the first matches from Shota Umino coming back from excursion, and that match was a proving point for him because Tetsuya Naito was his idol, his hero, and he challenged Tetsuya Naito in this great this match in which Naito won. But Shota Umino proved to be a little green, but with a lot of potential. Wesley against Dijak. I remember that match, NXT Vengeance Day, okay, in North Carolina, right? And North American Championship on the line, NXT Vengeance Day, Wesley against Dijak. In the match in which Dijak broke his finger, and it was a great match. The opener of the show, one of the best matches in Wesley title run as North American champion. We have also Jamie Hayter against Emi Sakura, AEW Women's Championship Eliminator match, AEW Rampage, Lexington, Kentucky was the show, and I want to say this is one of the best AEW women's matches of 2023, if not the best. I'm not sure about what I just said, but one of the best. If I think about women's wrestling in AEW, one of the first matches that I think about is this one. Another match, Zack Sabre Jr. against Blake Christian, a New Japan World TV Championship, Ring of Honor first episode. Once again, Universal Studios, Orlando, Florida, Ring of Honor Wrestling. A great match, one of the best title defenses from Zack Sabre Jr. in the New Japan World TV Championship. It was in the first 2 months of his reign. Blake Christian, one of my favorites, really, one of my favorites young guys in professional wrestling right now. The match was really great, and one of the first title defenses of Zack Sabre Jr. outside Japan. We have Jordan Grace against another one. Jordan Grace against Mickey James, Knockout Women's Championship, Hard to Kill, Center Stage, Atlanta, Georgia. How can I not remember that incredible, amazing show in Atlanta? No, really great memories. 1 year ago, a lot of things changes from in 1 year can change in 1 year, and was the main event. Mickey James won the title against Jordan Grace. The main event in the show. Also, that one is one of the best women's matches of the year. Before I didn't quote it in the list of the best women's matches of the year. It was a great match. Mickey James won. Great encounter and great main event. Mike Bailey against Kenny King. Fight Pit Impact Wrestling in the Impact Wrestling episode back in February. A great match, a different match, a fight pit, not a wrestling match, but more a MMA style match. I really enjoyed that kind of stuff. Eggman Page against Wheeler Yuta in AEW Rampage in Lexington, Kentucky. I remember that match back in before Revolution, in which Eggman Page defeated Wheeler Yuta in preparation for the match, in a build-up for the match against John Moxley in Revolution, in the Texas Death Match in San Francisco. MJF against Tanahashi in Forbidden Door, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. The opener of that insane, marvelous pay-per-view. A great match. I think that the build-up was good, but not as good as it could be, because we have the AEW World Championship, and it was the first time, I think, that the AEW World Championship opened a show, a pay-per-view, and it was not in the end, because AEW is a lot of New Japan, is a lot of a New Japan like show the show is built up like it is in New Japan. So the title is always, often, very very often in the main event. In that case was the opener, but because Forbidden Door was so insane. In the same night we had Danielson and Okada and Ospreay against Omega. So MJF was in the opener, and it was a great match against Tanahashi, winning against Tanahashi and coming up with dressing, rooting on New Japan is an indie. So MJF was really in the full of his heel run. So, speaking about another great match, this is a really hidden gem, guys, because we have the Catch 2-2, my friend Francesco Akira and TJP against Doki and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, New Japan beginning in New Japan IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship, New Japan New Beginning in Sapporo. This is really an hidden gem, because this is one of the best tag team matches of the year, okay? But it's not as famous as legendary as the Bucks against FTR, FTR against Bullet Club Gold, FTR against OC Open. But if you want to watch a great tag team match that is not so notorious, this one is insane, really. My friend Francesco Akira, that it's from Bergamo. He it's a friend of mine in real life, and now competes in New Japan. And watching him doing this incredible match against Doki and Kanemaru, two great wrestlers, it's marvelous, really. A great tag team match. You should watch it. I remember it like it was yesterday, but it was almost a year ago, and it was great. It was really, really great. Another match, Young Bucks against Top Flight, AEW Dynamite, Fresno, California. Okay, I remember that match before Dante Martin broke his ankle in Supercard of Honor. A great match for the Bucks. One of the first Young Bucks tag team matches after they return. I think the first tag team match after they return at Full Gear 2022. And a great match, a great win for a great victory for the Bucks that night. Darby Allin against Mike Bennett, TNT Championship, AW Rampage, Portland, Oregon. A great match in the run of Darby Allin as a TNT champion. Great match. And Darby Allin won the match. Mike Bennett gave Mike Bennett one of the few single matches of the Miracle in 2023. So, going on, Will Ospreay against Taichi. New beginning in Sapporo. The first great victory for Will Ospreay after the loss in the Tokyo Dome against Kenny Omega that will change his life forever, because Will Ospreay lost against Kenny Omega and promised to himself to become the best version of himself and winning back the IWGP US Championship and becoming the best wrestler in the world. And this was the first memory that I have of Will Ospreay after the insane match with Omega in the Tokyo Dome. So, going on, Athena against Sky Blue, Ring of Honor Women's Championship, Ring of Honor episode 11. A great match, one of the first title defenses that I remember from Athena in the weekly show of Ring of Honor. A great match. Going on, Guns against FTR. AEW World Tag Team Championship, title versus career. AEW Dynamite in Long Island. I really remember that Dynamite because it was the Dynamite after WrestleMania in LA, goes Hollywood this year, of course. The Dynamite after, and it was the Dynamite when Tony Khan announced All in London. Announced the show in All in London, the Wembley Stadium show. And I remember that show. It was one of the best night that I can remember from 2023, because I can remember the feeling of I have to go to that show, and the feeling of something incredible, something unbelievable, something to talk about from generation to generation. And that announcement was insane. I couldn't believe that. And that was the main event of the night. The FTR won back the championship and saved their career in AEW. That was the main event. Another match, Eddie Edwards against Jonathan Gresham, Hard to Kill, Impact Wrestling, Center Stage, Atlanta, Georgia. Great technical match. Another match, Josh Alexander against Bully Ray, Impact World Championship, Full Metal Mayhem, Hard to Kill, Center Stage, Atlanta, Georgia. Once again, Impact Wrestling. One of the best, I think one of the best shows from Impact during 2023 was Hard to Kill. It was sold out in Georgia. And the opener was Josh Alexander against Bully Ray. Full Metal Mania. Great story, great drama, family implication inside with the wife of Josh Alexander coming to help Josh Alexander. And really great stuff, great violent stuff as Bully Ray can do as an ECW regional. And I really loved that match because they gave us another version, another aspect, another way to think about Josh Alexander. It's incredible. You live in your own reality and you don't understand how much you change, about how much the world can change around you. If I think about me back in the day and me now, I really changed. I'm sorry. I really changed. I don't know if in a positive way or in a negative way. I think my highest moments in 2023 has been from March 2023 to All in London. I was in the best mood, best physical, mental situation I think ever in my life. And it's incredible how much you can change in a year. And thinking back about that match, that show, I can remember that show really, and the feeling, the moment, and Josh Alexander and Bully Ray delivered to me a great match. Young Bucks against the Hardys, AEW Dynamite, Columbus, Ohio. A amazing match in which the Young Bucks defeated the Hardys in the build up to WWE. Yeah, I'm sorry, to AEW All in London before going to challenge FTR to All In. It was the build up. It was in the weeks before the Wembley Stadium. Darby Allin against Kushida, AEW Dynamite in Fresno, California. Another great match, really. Another great match. I can remember that title defense from Darby Allin. You should watch it if you didn't watch it yet. Or go and rewatch it. FTR against Bushimon, IWGP Tag Team Championship, Wrestle Kingdom 17 in the Tokyo Dome, Tokyo, Japan. Amazing match. I think the first match that FTR had in Tokyo Dome. They lost the title against Bushimon, but really a great match. Darby Allin against Buddy Matthews, TNT Championship, AEW Dynamite in Lexington, Kentucky. I remember the title defense. Darby Allin had a short title reign as TNT champion in the beginning of the year, winning the title against Joe in the first Dynamite of the year, but a really busy schedule because he competed every week, defending the title every week, and against any kind of opponent. Going on, Jon Moxley against Evil Uno, main event of AEW Dynamite in Phoenix, Arizona. I remember that match because Evil Uno got smashed from Jon Moxley in the build-up to the match to Hangman Page in the Texas Death match. That it's one of my favorite matches of the year. We will speak about that later. Claudio Castagnoli against AR Fox. The first episode of Ring of Honor weekly show, Universal Studios. I think the first title defense for Claudio after winning the championship at Final Battle 2022 against Chris Jericho. Great match, great story, great effort from AR Fox. Going on, Bryan Danielson against Rush, AEW Dynamite El Paso, Texas. The match that Danielson won to go against MJF at Revolution in the Iron Man match. Amazing match between Rush and Danielson. Danielson winning the 5th match in the series that MJF put on against him. Amazing series of matches, amazing match that one. Kenny Omega against Jeff Cobb, IWGP US Championship, AEW Dynamite in St. Louis, Missouri, the night in which Adam Cole came back to the wrestling business, competing against Daniel Garcia. And that match is really great. I remember Kenny Omega entering in the ring with Battle Cry, with Devil Sky, his original theme song from New Japan. A great match. Bryan Danielson against Takeshita, AEW Dynamite Kia Forum Center, Los Angeles. The first match of the series that MJF put on for Danielson to put on again, for Danielson not to in the series of matches that MJF put on to not allowing Bryan Danielson to challenge him for Revolution in the Iron Man match. Amazing display, great win for Danielson, the American Dragon. One of the best matches that Takeshita had. One of the first matches that made you think Takeshita is the future of professional wrestling. Jay White against Okada, IWGP World Championship, Wrestle Kingdom 17 in the Tokyo Dome. The main event of the Tokyo Dome. the last Tokyo Dome for Jay White, the King Switch, the catalyst of New Japan Pro Wrestling, the Grand Slam of professional wrestling. Okada winning the championship, great way to close the New Japan, the Wrestle Kingdom show. Okada against Tanahashi, IWGP World Championship, New Japan Battle in the Valley, San Jose, California. A amazing main event in the big, representing the biggest feud in the history of New Japan, Okada and Tanahashi. The classic series of matches that they had during the years are amazing, and this one is the last one, and a great classic, a vintage match between Okada and Tanahashi, the New Japan, the spirit of New Japan Pro Wrestling. We have Zack Sabre Jr. against Tomohiro Ishii now, New Japan World TV Championship, new beginning in Sapporo, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Great match, one of the first defenses of the title from Zack Sabre Jr. We have Bryan Danielson against Bandido in the series of matches building up a Revolution, great match. Young Bucks against Aussie Open, AW Rampage, Phoenix, Arizona, All Elite Wrestling, of course. Another great tag team match for the Bucks. Tony Storm against Hikaru Shida, AW Women's World Championship, AW Dynamite 200 in Tampa, Florida. A show that I remember because the night after that show, my family went on holiday, and I was at home alone, preparing for All in London, preparing mentally and spiritually for All in London. That night I started my preparation, and after that night I went running 12 kilometers every day for 20 days for preparing for the show. So after in that night, Hikaru Shida won back the AW Championship for the second time. So another show, another match, Bryan Danielson against Brian Cage, AW Dynamite, Lexington, Kentucky. Always another match in the series of matches building up for the Iron Man match between Bryan Danielson and MJF in Revolution. Another great match, Mark Briscoe against Jay Lethal, AW Dynamite, Lexington, Kentucky. A great match because it was in the memory for Jay Briscoe, and Jay Lethal and Mark Briscoe delivered a main event in the memory of the great late Jay Briscoe, one of the wrestlers that we lost during 2023. We have to. I spend 1 minute now. I stopped this video because I didn't do it before. I spend 1 minute to remember the great wrestlers, the great workers that we lost during 2023. Jay Briscoe, for sure. Mike Rotundo, Bray Wyatt last August, and Terry Funk. Jay Briscoe, one of my favorite, one of my idol, a true American and a true pro wrestler that wanted to do the pro wrestler and lived, eated, sleeped professional wrestling. And Bray Wyatt is another one that it's incredible that we had lost. I am so sad for Terry Funk, but Terry Funk was in an old age, 70 years old. It's so sad that we lost Jay Briscoe. We lost Bray Wyatt in a so young age. So rest in peace. God bless their soul, and we will never forget these great wrestlers and the memories and the matches that they gave us during the years of their career, and the revolution that they gave to pro wrestling. Because the three guys that I quoted, so Jay Briscoe, Terry Funk, and Bray Wyatt, were three of the most revolutionary figures in professional wrestling. So, going on, Chris Jericho against Keith Lee, AW Dynamite, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I remember that match. I remember Jericho winning. Another great match. Another great match is Orange Cassidy against Buddy Matthews for the AW International Championship, AW Dynamite, also in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Another great match is Kairi Sane against Mercedes Moné, IWGP Women's Championship, New Japan Battle in the Valley, San Jose, California. I remember that match, that incredible main event, the return of Mercedes Moné to the world of professional wrestling, coming to New Japan, the IWGP Women's Championship. A great match, a great show, that one in San Jose, California. Great memory from this year. Hiromu Takahashi against Mike Bailey in the best of the Super Junior. The first match of the best of Super Junior, I think. Rock and Roll, amazing match. Claudio Castagnoli against Commander, Ring of Honor World Championship, AEW Rampage in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Amazing match. I watched this match after coming back from London from Money in the Bank, and it was really great. Another match, Jack Perry against Rob Van Dam, FTW Championship, AEW Dynamite, Columbus, Ohio. I remember that match. I remember the evolution that Jack Perry had during this period, passing from Jungle Boy to Jack Perry. Really great stuff. John Moxley, another match, John Moxley against Hangman Page, AEW Dynamite, Kia Forum Center, Los Angeles, California. The first match that Mox and Hangman had in 2023, and the first match that Hangman had after coming back from the injury. Hangman defeating John Moxley and becoming the ace of AEW, because Hangman Page is the only one, I think, that defeated John Moxley twice in AEW. Alright? Darby Allin against Swerve Strickland, AEW Dynamite in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. A fantastic match between two guys that knows each other so well and that have a great chemistry together. Jay White against Hikuleo. Loser leaves Japan match, New Japan beginning in Osaka. A great match, Jay White leaving New Japan, and Jay White leaving New Japan and losing the match to Hikuleo. Orange Cassidy against Wheeler Yuta, AEW All Atlantic Championship, AEW Dynamite in Phoenix, Arizona. I can remember that match. It was really great. Another match is Eddie Kingston against Shingo Takagi, G1 Climax 33. One of the first matches that Eddie Kingston had in the New Japan ring in the G1 Climax. A great match. Eddie Kingston had the time of his life during this year. It was quite possibly the best year that he had during his career. He won the New Japan Strong Championship. He won the Ring of Honor Championship. He is really amazing. Another great match is Gunther against Drew McIntyre, WWE Intercontinental Championship, Field Center, Detroit, Michigan. A great match, the return of Drew McIntyre to the ring against the ring general in one of the many title defenses that Gunther had during 2023. Adam Cole versus Daniel Garcia. Another match, AEW Dynamite in St. Louis, Missouri, or the return of Adam Cole to the ring after the 9 months of injury and staying out for injury after Forbidden Door, and the match after Forbidden Door 2022, the match with Okada, Jay White, Hangman, and Cole, in which Cole got injured. Bianca Belair against Asuka. Raw Women's Championship, WrestleMania Sunday, SoFi Stadium, Los Angeles, California. Another great match. Not as good as Rhea Ripley against Charlotte, but a great match. Andrade El Idolo against Buddy Matthews. Ladder match, AEW Collision in Hartford, Connecticut. The second match that they had after the match that they had in AEW Collision premiere in Chicago, and a great ladder match in which Andrade El Idolo won back his mask. Will Ospreay against Taichi, G1 Climax 33, New Japan Pro Wrestling, of course. Great match from Will Ospreay against Taichi during the G1 Climax this summer. Mike Bailey against Jonathan Gresham, Impact Wrestling Sacrifice in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Amazing match, guys. You have to watch that match. Sanada against Devin Finlay in the New Japan Cup final in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Sanada won the cup and then challenged Okada for the championship at Sakura Genesis in Ryogoku Sumo Hall back in April. So, going on, we have Jay White against Eddie Kingston, loser leave New Japan Battle in the Valley, San Jose, California, New Japan Pro Wrestling. It was not the main event, but it was quite possibly the most important match in New Japan this year, because Jay White lost the match, and the King Switch, the Switchblade, the Grand Slam of New Japan, left New Japan forever and went to AEW in 1 month when he debuted. Sorry for my accent. Debuted in AEW Dynamite in Long Island in April, helping Juice Robinson against Ricky Starks. Going on, MJF against Takeshita, El Paso, Texas. Fantastic match. One of the best matches from MJF during his title reign. It was an AEW World Championship Eliminator match, and it was one of the best matches of MJF as a heel during this year. Another match, Jon Moxley against Hangman Page, AEW Dynamite, Dayton, Ohio, All Elite Wrestling, of course. In this case, Jon Moxley won against Hangman Page, but with a roll-up, and this led to the Texas Death Match in Revolution. Because they were 1-on-1, one in California for Hangman, one in Dayton for Mox, and then we had the Texas Death. Jon Moxley, another match, we go on, the list goes on. Jon Moxley against Trent Barretta against Penta El Zero Miedo. Anything Goes match, AEW Dynamite episode 200 in Tampa, Florida. Trent winning this match and pinning Penta El Zero Miedo was incredible. Great match, great show that one. In the build-up, we were in the build-up to All In London. So going on, a match that I have in my heart. Great Muta against Darby Allin against Sting versus Akushi, Marufuji and Akira. The last match from Great Muta, okay, because Keiji Muto retired in the Tokyo Dome against Naito in February, in his last match back in February. This one was the last Great Muta match, teaming with Sting and Darby Allin in Yokohama Arena for Pro Wrestling Noah. This trios match was really one of the best trios matches of the year for the story, for the drama, and it was so special. The characters and the star power in the match was insane. Another match, Bryan Danielson against Kyle Fletcher at AEW Collision 2 months ago. We have that triangle against the Elite, AEW Trios Championship, main event of the AEW Dynamite show in Los Angeles. Escalera de la Muerte, the Elite winning the Trios Championship, one of the best moments of the year. The Elite, as you can see, and a great moment and a great match with Kenny Omega doing the One Wing Angel on Rey Fenix from the ladder. Another match, Swerve Strickland against Nick Wayne, AEW Dynamite in Saskatoon, Canada. Fantastic match. Another match, Elilio De Vikingo versus Commander versus Dralistico for the Mega Championship of the AAA in San Diego, Rampage, recently. Fantastic trios match between three luchadors. We have Dark Order against the Righteous and Stu Grayson, the Ring of Honor. I really loved the story between Stu Grayson, the Dark Order. I think it was one of the best storyline of the year and one of the most underrated, Kyle Fletcher against AR Fox, Ring of Honor episode, okay. Great match in Ring of Honor. Another great match that I can remember that it was so special was Bad Bunny against Damian Priest, Sans Juan street fight match in Backlash in San Juan, Puerto Rico. It was special because it was unexpected. I didn't expect Bad Bunny to do a great match like that. The crowd was so hot for Bad Bunny and Damian Priest that were in their hometown of Puerto Rico, and it was a great memory, really. Another great match, Will Ospreay against Naomichi Marufuji in the Korakuen Hall for Marufuji's 25th anniversary show. It was really, really insane. One of Will Ospreay's dream matches, okay, competing against Naomichi Marufuji in the celebration of his 25 years in professional wrestling. You have to watch it. You can find it on YouTube, and it was. I don't watch a lot of pro wrestling Noah, but if Will Ospreay goes against Naomichi Marufuji, ending the summer of Ospreay, you have to watch it. Another great match: FTR against MJF and Adam Cole, AEW World Tag Team Championship, AEW Collision in Hartford, Connecticut. The match in which MJF and Adam Cole challenged the FTR for the title after winning the tag team tournament of the summer, and in the build up to All in London, because after losing to FTR they hug each other, and MJF gave to Adam Cole the possibility, the chance to wrestle against him in Wembley fucking Stadium at All in London. Another great match, CM Punk against Ricky Starks for the Real World Championship, AEW Collision in Gainesville, North Carolina. One of the last memories that I have of CM Punk in AEW. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was the special guest referee. It was a great match. Seth Rollins against Finn Balor at SummerSlam for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Amazing match between two outstanding guys like Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, with a great story that they have one against each other.